Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. A new collaboration between Tri-C and Cleveland State University offers a seamless path for students wanting to obtain their bachelor's degree. The presidents of Cuyahoga Community College and Cleveland State University came together to announce their newest venture called DegreeLink.
Today, we are pleased to announce the next steps in our expanding partnership with Tri-C, a focused, simple, and easy way to navigate dual admission to both of our universities for high school graduates to attend both our institutions simultaneously with the benefits and privileges of both of our great institutions.
Starting in the fall of 2019, students who enroll in Tri-C through the DegreeLink program have guaranteed acceptance to Cleveland State University, along with a seamless transition of their credits once they fulfilled the requirements. Tri-C President Alex Johnson says he's excited about the partnership with CSU.
We are partnering on making certain that educational achievement is a responsibility that both institutions have and embrace. So the concerted effort, the intentional pathways for students, the support that they get at both institutions, the financial support in some instances, the hand-holding and the wraparound services are all important to ensuring that students ultimately become successful, add to their lives both personally and educationally and economically.
Tri-C student Nikia Dandridge says the collaboration will be very beneficial to her.
I love it because it shows me that I have more support than I did back then. So I compared from back then to now, and it just shows me that the integrity of the program is just awesome, and it shows me that I have every avenue that I can take in order for me to succeed with both degrees, associates and bachelors.
To solidify the collaboration, both presidents signed a letter of agreement making official the DegreeLink program. For more information on Tri-C and CSU's DegreeLink program, visit Tri-C's website at tri-c.edu. The Black History Month Committee hosted the Go Red for Women event in the City Hall Rotunda. It was a chance to learn how to be more heart healthy, with vendors offering tips on nutrition, have your vitals checked, and services offered throughout the community.
Being the largest Medicaid managed care plan in the state of Ohio and serving the community for almost 30 years, we are about health and promoting health. So we're here supporting the event, making sure that we share the information in regards to when it comes to making sure that they go to their providers and get their medical appointments taken care of and their checkups. So we're here promoting health.
So Paramount Advantage is Medicaid health insurance. It's free health insurance for people with low income or no income. So we know how important it is for people to have health insurance so they can prevent things like heart disease. So we're here trying to give information and let people know about what services we offer.
Why is it important for women to come out to events like this?
It's important because we have to know. We have to know what's going on. We have to be informed. We have to do early detection. And so some of the services we offer, people don't know. So we want to let them know what services we have because we do want them to be proactive about their health.
So tell us about EMS's involvement with today's Go Red for Women in the City Hall Rotunda.
Today we are providing wellness checks, which consist of blood pressure and glucose checks. We'll do it to anybody who sits down, wants to talk to us, and we also do these throughout the city at 55 different locations on a monthly basis.
Why is it important for someone to have their glucose check and their blood pressure?
Well, it's important to have the blood pressure check because, as you know, they call blood pressure the silent killer, because most people who have high blood pressure don't realize it unless they get it checked. So we provide this service. They get a check that's a little high. We recommend that they go see their doctor and they can start getting treatment for it. And the same thing goes with glucose. A lot of people don't realize signs and symptoms of glucose being elevated, and that can lead to multiple problems down the road.
There's no symptoms for blood pressure, but with glucose, you said there are some symptoms. What can you kind of look out for?
There's some like dizziness. If you're having more frequent urination, your body's trying to get rid of the sugar. So if you feel like you're getting up, going to the bathroom a lot more than you used to, that may be a sign and a symptom of a...
What should someone do? Is it just a drink more water, or is there more to it?
No, there's much more to it. They would have to go see their doctor. They most likely get placed on medication, whether it be insulin or some glucose pills that will, basically they have diabetes.
What do you think is the biggest misconception when it comes to heart health?
That you're doing okay, I would say. That most people don't think about heart health until they have a heart problem, where it's kind of like a maintenance of your car. You have to work on it all the time. It's not something you just do once you have a problem.
It's your engine.
Right, yeah, you get one engine. You don't get it replaced. So take care of that engine.
How can viewers find out about the free offerings that EMS has when it comes to getting your blood pressure and glucose checked?
You can contact our headquarters, or your councilman always has the information. We're out in the community, so you look around at the rec centers and stuff, you'll see us.
Take advantage of the free services.
Right.
Director of Public Health, Merle Gordon, gave remarks and presented a proclamation to Valerie Hillo Gates of the American Heart Association. Councilwomen Donna Brady and Phyllis Cleveland shared their personal stories and encouraged women to get their health screenings. Dr. Christine Zuroff of University Hospitals was the keynote speaker. She says it's important to know your numbers, get exercise, and quit smoking to help prevent heart disease. You can catch the 2019 Go Red for Women event in the City Hall Rotunda in its entirety on our TV20 YouTube channel. The Cleveland Black History Month third annual Ministers Breakfast was held at the Sunshine Cafe, bringing local ministers, activists, and residents together. This year, they honored Pastor Ernie Fields of the Calvary Hill Church of God in Christ. He told us that this award isn't just about him.
Well, it's a great honor, certainly, to be recognized by the City of Cleveland Community Relations Department and all these fine pastors and other people who came out to support this event. We're just grateful. We know that anytime there is an award for somebody doing the work in the community, it's not only to the recipient, but it's to all the people who came together in order to make things happen in the community. We're just delighted to be a part of a community effort to revitalize the community, to get people empowered and working together in order to bring change. I think the real message is that if people will come together, they'll be surprised at the things that they can accomplish simply by cooperating, by working together.
Ward 5 Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland gave remarks and says Pastor Fields deserves this honor.
He's not only a spiritual leader and a pastor, but he's also a great community advocate, and he's spearheaded a lot of work and a lot of bringing together a lot of resources and a lot of people to do work in the Buckeye neighborhood. So it was a privilege to salute him and his work today.
The Rotunda of Cleveland City Hall was turned into a theater as the Black History Month celebrations continued with a special play. The production, called The Hollow Image, A Daughter's Trilogy, was written by Cleveland playwright and arts and culture coordinator for the City of Cleveland, Cornell Hubert Calhoun III.
My first girlfriend's name was Sherelle. Everyone called her Sugar. Sugar lived on East 43rd Street with her two sisters, in a perfect house, in a perfect family. So we thought. This play is dedicated to Sugar and all the Sugars, all over, forever, past and present.
The play is about a family that is perfect on the outside, but carries some serious demons behind closed doors.
Daddy wasn't a good man. Sugar knows it. I know it. Do you hear me? Daddy wasn't perfect. He was pitiful.
You can catch The Hollow Image, A Daughter's Trilogy, and The Minister's Breakfast in its entirety, also on our TV20 YouTube channel. Well, the City of Cleveland Black History Month celebrations came to a close with a closing ceremony held in the Rotunda. Mayor Frank Jackson welcomed the crowd to the ceremony and spoke of the importance of knowing your history.
People without a history is like a man without a man with amnesia, because when you have amnesia, you don't know who you are. Because you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going, and so it's essential for everyone to recognize what their history is, because without it, people become very palatable and subject to the whims of others.
The theme of this year's Black History Month celebration was building a sense of community while honoring the life and legacies of Joyce, James, and William Whitley of Whitley & Whitley Architects. Cleveland City Council President Kevin Kelly spoke on what they meant to the community.
In preparation for today, I looked up, I spent a little bit of time educating myself on Whitley & Whitley and what this family has done for this area, for the community, and all the projects that they've been involved in. And it just made me think of all of kind of like those kind of unsung heroes that helped really build this city that we don't give enough recognition to. And I want to thank the Whitleys, James, William, and Joyce posthumously, for their contribution to the city of Cleveland.
At the end of the ceremony, James and William Whitley were presented with special awards, and an award was presented posthumously to the family of Joyce Whitley. The Cleveland Division of Fire added new officers at higher ranks to their team. The Mayor's Red Room at Cleveland City Hall was filled to capacity as friends, family, and colleagues gathered to watch Mayor Frank Jackson administer the oath of office to 4 firefighters being promoted to lieutenant and 1 lieutenant being promoted to captain.
And I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge the duties of Lieutenant of Fire of the State of Ohio during my continuance in said office. Congratulations.
Fire Chief Angelo Cavillo congratulated the newly promoted and laid out the expectations of them.
The honor brings the expectation that you will be responsible, reliable, and accountable. A fire officer is the team leader, guiding and directing those in their command. Lead with courage and commitment. Lead by example.
Well, we'll be right back with more TV20 News.
Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Jackson. You've probably seen media coverage of the growing opioid epidemic in northeastern Ohio. But what you might not know is how many of these tragedies begin with a seemingly innocent prescription for pain medication. That is why we're teaming with the Cuyahoga County Opiate Marketing Task Force to encourage you to know the risk. Go to the website on your screen to learn which pills are opiates and alternative ways of dealing with pain. Which starts as a prescription can end with addiction, so know the risk.
Welcome back to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Well, a version of Shark Tank came to Cleveland. People pitched their ideas to make Cleveland better and also had a chance to earn money to make their dreams fulfilled. TV20's Dan Monroe has more from this year's 2019 Accelerate.
The Cleveland Leadership Center returned to the Global Center for Health Innovation to solicit fresh ideas from local changemakers at their Accelerate 2019 Citizens Make Change event. Marianne Crosley, President and CEO of the Cleveland Leadership Center, spoke of the new changes for this year.
We did. So Destination Cleveland approached us months ago and they said, hey, we were thinking of starting a pitch competition, but you already do it. What would you think about partnering? And of course, we're all about collaboration. We said, absolutely. So they came on and they were our 6th category on creating the authentic Cleveland experience.
27 pitches were made over 6 different categories to a panel of judges, and it's the judge's job to pick the best one in that category and move them on to the finals. I spoke with Kayla Ruffner after she made her pitch on amino acid-infused coffee filters to the judges of the health and wellness category.
I'm hoping to be able to help with a lot of our, lower income city populations and a lot of our, people who are having issues with getting nutrient-dense, drinks within their system, and possibly helping get a more healthier community in the city of Cleveland, and to hopefully be able to change the way people drink their coffee and actually provide more insight into hoping for a better and healthy life.
So what happens to the winners of the Accelerate Pitch competition? Well, besides winning the $5,000 grand prize, a lot more, says last year's winner, Tori Coates. Coates' company, Teen Enterprise, has grown exponentially since winning last year.
We launched our pop-up shop in the Slavic Village community in 2018. We actually had our own follow-up event called Dare to Accelerate, which was our own pitch competition to where we had 6 young entrepreneurs participate in our pop-up shop events. And from there, things have just continue to be great. I also started a global entrepreneurship initiatives in partnership with an organization called Hope for Honduran Children, to where I went to Honduras on an entrepreneurship cultural exchange and learning more about young entrepreneurs there.
A big supporter and sponsor of Accelerate has been Citizens Bank. Ralph Delarada, Citizens Bank Ohio president and Accelerate co-chair, sees benefit to all who participate in the competition.
Nothing's better than a fresh idea and a good idea, right? And probably nothing's rarer than that. So the beautiful part is we have some of the great young minds of Cleveland assembled here, providing ideas that could literally propel our economy forward for the next 50 years or more. So it really is something exciting to behold and to be a part of, and it's really an honor for citizens to be a part of this in some small way.
Once the 6 finalists were chosen, they were brought into the main ballroom where they each made their pitch to the audience, and it was the audience who chose the winner. Kayla Ruffner happened to be one of the finalists, and because of that, she, as well as the other finalists, win $2,000. But did she win the grand prize?
And your winner, in the Educating for Tomorrow category, Carson Baldwin and Israel Kambumba, One Respe.
High school students Carson Baldwin and Israel Kambumba took the top honors this year for their pitch in the Educating Tomorrow category called One Respe, an initiative designed to bring together students with immigrants and refugees to cultivate honor and respect among them. I caught up with Baldwin and Kambumba to get their reactions.
First of all, I'm just super grateful for all of the help that we received and all the encouragement we received to follow our passion and do this, come out here. It was kind of scary to do it, but yeah, I'm really grateful for all the encouragement and all the help we received. So,
Israel, what do you think about winning tonight's competition?
I think it's really good. I never hope I can win this, but today I realized that I win this. I thank you, everybody.
For more information on the Accelerate Pitch competition, or to learn more about the Cleveland Leadership Center, visit their website at cleveleads.org. At the Accelerate 2019 Citizens Make Change Pitch competition, for TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
Young men came from all over Cleveland to learn about networking, how to prepare for college, and how to tie a tie. The event was called 1,000 Ties, and it was put on by Joanne Smith, founder of the organization Getting Our Babies to College 101.
Well, we're doing 1,000 ties in hopes of teaching young men how to actually tie a tie, and then we're also going to do some workshops. So we're going to talk about male etiquette, we're going to talk about how to wear your tie. We're also going to have a designer here who's going to give a lot of different examples of how you can do that. We have a workshop for the moms as well, so we didn't want to keep them out. So we have a licensed school psychologist that's going to talk about different things with the moms, and just a whole afternoon of mentorship and opportunity for the young men.
Young men from ages 6 to 21 came to learn basic skills needed to thrive in this ever-expanding and ever-competitive professional world. The 1,000 Ties event is the first of its kind for Smith, who sees this as a foundation for building something bigger.
I want to create a village mentality. So let's start with these young men and let's continue to build. And the older ones can start working with the younger ones. And then we can just bring in a community to embrace these young men because they deal with so much. So having this skill, it helps with their confidence and building them up. So I think it'll be a great thing.
Though this event was for young men, their moms had a special seminar lined up for them as well. It was called Moms Chat, and Rosie George of Edward Jones helped the moms understand funding choices for getting their children educated.
I became aware of Joanne's movement on getting our babies to college. One of my concerns as I became a financial advisor was when they were making all the changes to the educational grants and things like that. How are we going to get our kids educated? And I started looking at what Edward Jones had to offer, and about that time I became aware of Joanne's organization, and I thought, what a great opportunity to partner with someone that has a like passion for getting our children educated.
The end of the event brought the young men together to learn the most important of skills, tying a tie. Experts were on hand giving one-on-one lessons in the art of tie tying. And thanks to a generous donation of 3,000 ties, they were able to take home a tie or two for themselves. Mr. Wayne, creator and fashion designer for Royal Ties, wants to express the importance of etiquette and being well dressed on the young men.
Etiquette is very important, especially in this day and age. And what it does is shows class and character. It shows that you know how to, take care of yourself, on every day. You always have to go somewhere, whether it be an event, an interview, a restaurant, or you just want to look good for every day. You definitely want to look your part, you look your best as well.
For more information on Getting Our Babies to College 101, visit their website at gobtc101.com. The Cleveland Auto Show has returned to the IX Center to showcase some of the hottest cars set to hit the streets in the near future. If you're looking for a vehicle with all-wheel drive and would like to support something that is built right here in Ohio, look no further than the all-new Jeep Gladiator.
So this is built in Toledo, Ohio, the South Plant. Toledo's been a huge player in the Jeep life for the last years and decades. There's a lot of pride in Toledo. I'm from Toledo. In the Jeep brand, and I'm very excited that they're the ones that get to build this thing for us. So the all-new Jeep Gladiator is really a unique silhouette that's unmistakable, not only as a Jeep, but also as a truck. And that silhouette's made up of a few key attributes. It's a crew cab, it has a 5-foot box, and staying true to Jeep, we wanted to hold a 35-inch underslung spare. So those things together really create the silhouette that you see here today.
Ford Motor Company has been one of the most prominent automakers in American history. The company produces millions of vehicles every year, and their new lineup of the Ranger, Explorer, and Mustang are just a few models that you can look forward to.
So the 2020 Explorer is the best-selling SUV of all time, completely redesigned for 2020. It's got a rear-wheel drive architecture, which really gives it a more sporty, athletic stance, opens up the wheelbase for more interior spacing as well, and really top-of-the-line technology in that vehicle. It'll be available in our dealer showrooms by this summer.
If you've always had that dream car that may be out of your price range, you can swing past Millionaires Row to check out all the foreign cars with the higher price tags. From Bentley and Mercedes to Aston Martin and everything in between, Millionaires Row is certainly a car lover's dream. Something new this year that caught our eye is the actual cars from famous movies that were featured in this year's show.
One of our most popular cars is the Back to the Future DeLorean. It's a 1981 DMC DeLorean, and it's really interesting. I actually bought it on my TV show that I had a few years back. The producers brought it in, and they were like, it's a pawn show. And so I was going back and forth with the guy, and one of my producers was like, cut. He's like, are you really buying this? And I was like, yeah. And so we wound up getting it. It's been one of our most popular vehicles. We take it around the Comic-Cons and car shows, and it's been very popular.
Cleveland Public Auditorium was the host site for the ultimate comfort food competition, the 3rd annual Mac and Cheese Throwdown, which benefits Wags for Kids.
Wags for Kids is a local nonprofit organization based in Berea, Ohio. We train and provide service dogs for Northeast Ohio and Central Ohio children with mobility and mobility disabilities and autism. All of our dogs are trained in Mansfield Correctional and Grafton Correctional prisons with the inmate trainers there as part of the Step-by-Step Training Academy that's been approved by the ODRC.
Now, why mac and cheese?
Who doesn't love mac and cheese, right? It was just sort of an idea from our Director of Development, Sarah Nelson. She sort of brainstormed it up, and it's, once again, the question, who doesn't love mac and cheese? It's kid-friendly, it's family-friendly, and there are so many things you can do with it. These chefs never cease to amaze us with what they bring in, their creativity every year.
The involvement is just great being here. We're doing a surf and turf lobster mac and cheese. We serve lobster mac and cheese at the Burnham, and it's for a great cause. Wags is an awesome program for kids and animals. Who doesn't love dogs? They're so fluffy, right? It's so much fun. And the turnout's amazing here. Public auditorium is amazing.
What made you want to come out for the mac and cheese throwdown for Wags for Kids today?
I got free tickets from my job. I won in a raffle, so I decided to come out.
I heard it's going to be a good time. It's a good time so far, yeah.
And I dragged him out with me.
Then what do you think of the mac and cheese so far?
It's really delicious. All the ones I tried so far are really good.
Honestly, it's interesting, all the combinations. I just had braised beef and lobster, and that was weird, but it was good. I'm like, okay, got a bunch of stuff going on in the mouth, and I enjoyed it.
Not our typical box mac and cheese that we're all used to.
No, not at all.
No crabs here.
Now, is this your first time learning about the Wags for Kids organization?
Yes.
And what do you think about how they're donating dogs for kids that are in wheelchairs or autistic?
Everybody needs a pet. Yeah. Everybody needs some kind of companion to look out for them. Most people got guide dogs, depression dogs, service dogs in general. I think it's a good thing.
It's for a great cause. This all goes to dogs for children and making sure that they're able to do their normal everyday life, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and I've done volunteer work with Sarah before, and I know her from a couple of years ago. So
you volunteer with Wags?
Yeah.
What do you love about volunteering for the organization?
It's for the kids and the dogs.
So tell us about your involvement with Wags for Kids.
Well, my son had a dog for Wags for Kids. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and they create dogs. They train these dogs in order to be helpful for the kids. So they interviewed us and find out what his needs were, and they found a perfect match for him, and the dog's name was Tommy. He passed away almost a year ago from lymphoma. So we have been helping Wags for Kids by fostering dogs.
We are the charity that Cleveland grew. Since 2004, we have been in Berea providing service dogs to Northeast Ohio children. We have recently expanded to Central Ohio, and our ongoing goal is to expand to all of parts of Ohio, reach all of the children who need us, have more dogs for more children, creating more joyful lives.
So as you saw, there's a lot of great mac and cheese to try right here in the city of Cleveland. For more information on this event, visit macandcheesethrowdown.com, and of course, visit wagsforkids.org. That's all for your TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Up next, we'll have Christian Patterson with the Inside Sports Report.